What's up, WurQ fam? Trevor here, your resident coach, dog dad, soon to be real dad, coming at you from my garage, aka the oven, out here in the Arizona summer. We're going to talk about the WurQ fitness score today. That is a metric that may change the way you're tracking your fitness progress. Normally, we use PRs in order to track how well our training is going, but that unfortunately does not tell you the entire story. If you've ever been in a gym when we're retesting something like a heavy lift or a benchmark workout, the energy is palpable. It's so motivating. But then after that PR has been set, there can be long amounts of time before we try to set another PR, or we could really not understand how our training leading up to setting that PR really led to that new heaviest lift or new best time. That's where we are going to record our actual power output throughout our training to give us better insights to what actually happened, how well you did it, and how you got to those PRs. And we're going to ground those numbers in actual physics. The equation power equals work divided by time is how we're going to measure your power output. Let's look at it from the idea of a car, right? If on the sticker it says 500 horsepower, but you're actually only running at 400 horsepower, we want to be able to understand the gap between what your potential is and then what you're actually operating at. Do you start a workout, come out hot and fall flat? Are you that person who hops up on the pull-up bar and those movements look great on the first half of the workout, but at a certain number of reps, they start to break down, they start to die out. Maybe your heart rate spikes super early and you're just fighting that high heart rate the entire time. Those areas are where we can really affect change and create growth. All right, so how is this WurQ fitness score created? It adapts from a certain few key areas. We're looking at your movement patterns, your fatigue, your rest, and your pacing, right? These are all collected throughout your training. So if we want an accurate WurQ fitness score, we are going to train for 2 to 3 weeks as normal, right? Perform what you normally do, make sure you're wearing your WurQ fitness tracker, and after that 2 to 3 weeks of training, we've collected enough data through your movements, your workouts, and how your heart rate and your biometrics have been throughout those training sessions. Once this is appropriately settled and we have an accurate score, we then can start to use those insights and guide our training a little bit better. We're going to look at a few key areas that we would use this score in order to maybe change how we train just a little bit. Rather than testing a PR, we can look at what skills are really giving us issues. It might be a difference between certain pull-up bar skills. It might be toes to bar versus pull-ups. It might be a bar muscle up versus a ring muscle up. So we can get those insights from our WurQ fitness score. Time domains, okay? Some people just love those long grinding workouts. They know how to sustain their output. And some people love those nice short power output workouts. But allowing ourselves to gain insights from our fitness score and understand which time domains are giving us the most trouble can really help us give a better path in our training day over day, week over week. Weights. Heavy weights aren't always harder, right? Sometimes you're going to pace a workout differently with heavier weights. But if we are actually performing worse with workouts with lighter weights because we think, hey, this is lighter, I can go faster, or I should go unbroken here rather than breaking things up. We want to gain those insights from our WurQ fitness score and hopefully change our training appropriately. And then finally, strategy. Everyone is different in how they approach workouts. If a different strategy is going to yield a better result, that's more challenging to understand if maybe you just got a better score on a workout by working harder at it rather than changing your strategy. And these are all good in conversation, but how do we implement really understanding our training? Benchmarks, yes, that is similar to a PR, but benchmarks in which we test slightly more frequently and how those benchmarks will interact with our WurQ fitness score is a great way to integrate that into your training. Because when push comes to shove, PRs can come on fluke occasions for reasons we don't entirely understand. But using the WurQ fitness score, we can have ourselves a smart compass that leads to fitness and performance that lasts. So get out there and enjoy the journey.